Bachelor, Lowe reveals family vacation takes turn for the worse. August 8th, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. Former Bachelor star Lowe just shared that his family vacation took a turn for the worse. So what happened? And was everyone able to come out of it unscathed? Moreover, will they be traveling anytime soon? Keep reading for more details. Lowe shares family vacation takes turn for the worse. Family vacations, especially with multiple children, can be challenging. But add in even more drama, and that could be the end of traveling. Former Bachelor star Lowe was on a family vacation with his wife, Catherine Lowe, and their 3 children. Sean and Catherine found love on season 17 of the hit show and have been together ever since. Together, they shared 2 sons, Samuel and Isaiah, and a daughter named Mia. And, being the end of summer, they decided to travel. The family of 5 opted for a road trip in a van, but things quickly took a turn. They were having a great time, heading out on the open road, but things went south on Wednesday, August 6th. He took to social media to give a horrid update, as the van had broken down around Amarillo, Texas. To add to this, the heat was up to 104 degrees. Sean's family opted to get an Uber so that they could rent a car while he stayed behind, waiting for them. Fortunately, a nice stranger stopped by Sean's van with a tow and did not want any money for helping them get back on the road. The former Bachelor star's problems had to do with the alternator, which the nice man was able to figure out. At the end of the day, they tipped him and officially headed off for their rental. It seems like Lowe was very appreciative of this kind fool helping out. More so, he wanted nothing in return for turning their trip around, which was even better. This just shows that there are still good and kind people in the world. Sean brightens up the world. Bachelor fans had nothing but love for Lowe and how funny he is, even in times of crisis. He is always sharing photos of his family and his wife, celebrating all of the great moments in life. Recently, he shared a snap of his 3 children, and followers loved everything about him. "Aw, that was the last Bachelor I watched. You guys were the best, and no one can or could ever come close." And, "You still have the best sense of humor than anyone on that franchise. Beautiful wife and kids, you are a true winner." Hopefully, after they got the show on the road, the rest of the family vacation went off without a hitch. Are you impressed by the kindness of strangers? Finally, is Lowe one of your favorite Bachelors? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Plan. Lowe had built a reputation as one of the Bachelor franchise's happily ever after stories. Years after handing out his final rose to Catherine Giudice, the couple had become fan favorites, loving marriage, adorable kids, goofy Instagram videos, and a faith-centered life. So when Sean posted a photo of himself loading up the SUV, surfboard strapped to the roof, his caption, "Family beach trip, here we come," was exactly the kind of wholesome content fans expected. In his mind, the plan was foolproof. Drive 6 hours to the Texas coast. Spend a week building sandcastles, eating fresh seafood, and making family memories. Post idyllic sun-drenched photos to Instagram for his 1.3 million followers. Even Catherine was impressed with how well organized he seemed. The snacks were pre-packed, the hotel booked, and Sean had even printed a laminated itinerary, which their kids immediately used as a paper sword fight. The only thing Sean didn't plan for? Real life. Trouble on the highway. The first warning sign came 2 hours into the drive. Isaiah, their youngest, announced he had to use the bathroom, urgently. Sean exited the highway and pulled into a gas station that looked like it hadn't been updated since the 80s. While Catherine wrangled the kids inside, Sean noticed an unsettling hiss coming from the back tire. By the time they emerged, Isaiah holding a questionable candy bar, Sean was crouched by the SUV with a sinking feeling. Kath, we might have a slow leak." Catherine gave him a look that said, "You're the one who insisted on driving instead of flying." A quick stop at a tire shop turned into a 3-hour delay. The kids grew restless. Isaiah kept singing an improvised song about poop to the tune of "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." Sean tried to keep morale high, but as they finally got back on the road, he muttered to himself, "Okay, minor hiccup, we're still fine." He was wrong. The beach house surprise. When they finally arrived, the sun was setting, casting a golden glow over the beach. Sean pulled up to the luxury rental house he'd booked online and froze. Instead of the crisp white walls and chic coastal decor from the listing photos, the house had peeling paint, a broken porch light, and a distinct smell, something between damp socks and low-tide fish market. "This is cozy," Catherine said diplomatically, though her tone suggested she was mentally Googling last-minute hotel deals. Inside, the furniture looked like it had been salvaged from a garage sale. The kids discovered a drawer filled with VHS tapes labeled things like Fishing Tips 94. The ocean view turned out to be a glimpse of water if you leaned over the balcony at a dangerous angle. Sean tried to laugh it off for the sake of the kids. Hey, adventure, right? But Catherine's raised eyebrow told him this adventure better involve a very fancy dinner to make up for it. Storm clouds roll in. Day 1 started promisingly enough. Pancakes for breakfast, a morning walk on the beach. But around noon, dark clouds began to gather. Within an hour, the wind picked up, the waves turned rough, and the sky opened in a torrential downpour. Local weather alerts pinged their phones. Tropical storm warning. Sean stared out the window at the churning sea. So much for beach days. They tried to pivot, board games, reading, indoor picnics on the living room floor. But the kids grew bored fast. Smith, their oldest, challenged Sean to 47 consecutive rounds of Connect 4. Catherine was trapped in an endless loop of spilled juice. By the second night, Sean posted a photo of himself on Instagram looking out at the storm with the caption, "Not quite the vacation we pictured." Fans flooded the comments with sympathy and memes about Bachelor in the rain. The jellyfish incident. On day 3, the weather cleared enough for them to venture outside. Catherine suggested a cautious beach walk. It was all going well until Mia, their middle child, shrieked. She pointed to something in the shallows, a jellyfish the size of a dinner plate. Sean went into protective dad mode, herding the kids away, until Isaiah, curious and fearless, reached out to touch it. The resulting sting had everyone in a panic. Catherine ran for vinegar, thankfully provided in the dubious first aid cabinet. Sean carried Isaiah back to the house, and the kids cried in sympathetic outrage. Later, Sean would describe it as the moment our relaxing beach trip officially became a survival story. Lost and found, sort of. On day 4, Sean decided they needed a win. He rented bicycles for a family ride along the coast. It started off like a scene from a travel commercial, laughter, sunshine, the smell of salt air, until they took a shortcut down a side path. An hour later, they were hopelessly lost in a maze of sandy backroads. Catherine's polite tone had shifted into, "Are you serious right now?" territory. By the time they found their way back, everyone was sunburned and exhausted. Sean posted another Instagram update. Day 4, lost at sea, well, land, send snacks. The dinner disaster. That night, Sean insisted on taking the family to a highly recommended seafood restaurant. The wait was 90 minutes. When they finally sat down, the kids were already cranky. Sean's plate of grilled fish arrived looking delicious, until he took a bite and realized it was completely raw in the center. The waitress apologized and whisked it away, but by then, Isaiah had spilled an entire glass of lemonade into Catherine's lap. The romantic evening ended with them eating takeout pizza on the couch, watching Fishing Tips 94. The breaking point. By day 5, the vacation had officially become a comedy of errors. The tropical storm returned, the power flickered off for 2 hours, the fridge stopped working, spoiling most of their groceries. Sean, normally the eternal optimist, sat on the couch staring into the middle distance. Catherine, seeing the kids sprawled across the floor building a fort out of couch cushions, finally laughed. "You know what? This is going to make a great story someday," she said. Sean smiled, realizing she was right. Maybe the vacation wasn't Instagram perfect, but it was theirs. Chaos, jellyfish, storm clouds, and all. Going viral. When they got home, Sean posted a carousel of photos. The SUV with a flat tire, the luxury beach house is peeling paint, a blurry shot of the jellyfish incident, the kids asleep mid-Connect 4 game. His caption, "The family vacation that tried to break us, but gave us more laughs than any perfect trip could." Fans loved it. Comments poured in. "This is why we follow you, real life." Bachelor Nation needs a reality show just about your vacations. Survivor Lowe Family Edition. Lesson learned. Sean admits they learned a few things. Always triple-check vacation rental photos. Bring extra snacks no matter what. Jellyfish are not friends. The best memories come from the moments you don't plan. And as for the next trip, Catherine insists they're flying and booking a hotel. Still, Sean swears there's a part of him that will miss the chaos because, as he says, perfect is boring. This was unforgettable.